All right, we are going to have an interesting discussion between you and me, all you lovely ladies and gentlemen across the galaxy. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today, where we are going to discuss Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, and does he need a buff? I have been seeing lots of conversation on the interwebs for the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes community. I've been getting this question a ton, and I've been having some conflicting feelings about myself, because as a product reviewer, I want to make sure I tell you the best things about a character and the worst things about the character. And I've been having plenty of time testing Luke on offense. I fought him many times on defense. We've easily beaten him in Grand Arena this past week alone. So what we're going to do today is a couple things. I just unlocked Jedi Master Luke Skywalker's ultimate just this past week and a couple days ago. And I want to show you guys what it does firsthand, and how does the AI, the defense, handle this ultimate, because I can say this flat out, he on paper has the most difficult ultimate ability to charge up. You really have to work for it. You got to make sure you're constantly spreading the inherited teachings with Jedi lessons throughout the whole entire team to make it work. Unlike Rey, Kylo, and Palpatine, they just kind of naturally get there by themselves. So, and I also want to point out, because I saw this on the Reddit page the other day, some PSAs going out not to give Jedi Master Luke his ultimate ability, and I do have some defensive gameplay that my Shardbit was kind enough to record for me. It does seem like Luke has a difficult time on defense. But let's go hop over to some gameplay, show you how this works. And I want to put this out there before I say whether or not he needs a buff. I can say this easily. In general, we're going to throw a couple of full Jedi teams on full auto with Jedi Master Luke. I can say this easily. Even though I might not think he's the best Galactic Legend in the game, I'm going to be ranking all the Galactic Legends soon once GOTB for Darkseid comes around, so I can officially test Palpatine and GOTB so I can make sure he's good. I'm assuming he is. I'm going to rank all the Galactic Legends. I can safely say Jedi Master Luke is not the best Galactic Legend in the game. But with me saying that, I want to just put it out there. That does not mean he is a bad character. He is a very good character in Galaxies. I've been seeing people worried or complaining that the Jedi Master Luke, which is going to be a lot of people's first Galactic Legend, especially for veteran players who've been playing for quite a long time in Galaxy Heroes, just know you are going to be getting a very solid character. But with that said, Jedi Master Luke, I'd be lying. He is the easiest Galactic Legends to beat at this point. And as we see, we're kind of the ultimate ability for Luke. Kylo got there faster than us. Again, it's going to be very difficult to make this work. And the problem is here, we're finally getting it, but at this point, we really didn't need it. You know what I mean? We kind of already got this far. Jedi Master Luke's ultimate, to me personally, from my testing, kind of feels like maybe a little bit better than a bounty hunter panel. Because here's the thing, with Rey, Kylo, and Palpatine, ultimate abilities are supposed to be like a Zeta 2.0. When you apply a Zeta, the C's part, the character just gets some massive boost of viability. And don't get me wrong, we're getting some good damage. Luckily, we can then start avoiding taunts. It's kind of like having bounty hunters resolve. So cool stuff is happening, but really his ultimate is hard to charge up. It's very easily preventable with shocks and buff immunity, and it's not really doing that much more beyond what his kit already offers for the team. Yes, he reduces cooldown. He gives the bounty hunters resolve to the rest of the team. Let's go ahead and do a raid battle, and then we're going to switch up the Jedi team. But as you see, still a very solid character. I mean, we are full autoing Kylo Ren. That's nothing too new. We've already beaten Kylo Ren, even before the ultimate ability. Kylo Ren was definitely being hard countered by Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. So let's go ahead and turn our attention over to Rey, and I was able to auto this too. So again, although it might seem like you're not getting a great character because there's a lot of complaints there, I just want to assure you, you are getting a very solid character. But with that said, there are a few problems I feel like Jedi Master Luke has, and I had these feelings kind of when we were seeing Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and Rey. It was apparent Rey was the better Galactic Legend out the gate. And Supreme Leader Kylo Ren got 2 buffs. He got speed on his leadership. He got the built-in critical damage immunity. Remember, for example, people are zating Captain Phasma. People were thinking Captain Phasma lead was better than Supreme Leader Kylo. And finally, we got buffs to Supreme Leader Kylo in several ways, AI tweaks in his kit overall, and now Supreme Leader Kylo is definitely a top-tier Galactic Legend and a character, of course, in Galaxy of Heroes. At large, I'm getting the same type of vibes of Jedi Master Luke, where he is a great character like Supreme Leader Kylo Ren before his buffs, but there are a couple of problems. One, it takes a bit of time to get to his ultimate, and it's very easy to prevent his ultimate. Simple shots, simple buff immunities make it difficult for Luke to get to his ultimate, and that's his biggest counters, Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine. They can really make sure Luke never gets to his ultimate ability. So maybe one idea, if we are going to talk about buffs for Luke, again, already a great character, and I actually would be fine if they didn't buff him, because you got to look from 2 perspectives. Yes, you want this Galactic Legend to be really good for those getting it, but you also want to make sure it can be countered. You're not clawing your eyes out. and Grandeur. There's got to be a little bit of balance between it all. But if we were going to discuss buffs, there are a couple things which I think would make Luke a bit more competitive, but not like you're clawing your eyes out, that it's just out of this world imbalance. One of them being having Jedi Lessons be an undispellable and unpreventable buff. Very much so like Bounty Hunter's Resolve, for example. You get the locked green icon, so that way you can still spread around the Jedi Lessons with inherited teaching, so you can make sure he gets to his ultimate safely, so shocks and buff immunities aren't preventing it. Look, that's really probably the biggest thing you can do just to make sure his ultimate's more consistent, because we will show some defensive gameplay in a second. Look, again, we full autoed Rey. We'll mix up the Jedi team so you can see how it works. I'm mainly putting on auto in case you're wondering, to show you that I don't have to think twice, and Jedi Master Luke is getting the job done still. And furthermore, how the AI handles Jedi Lessons. Yes, the AI will still help you get to the ultimate ability, although they do prioritize using specials over Jedi Lessons, which I thought was kind of curious. But now, thinking outside the ultimate for a moment here, I know this is where the other complaints come. Let's just go crazy. Let's go ahead and, I don't know, do like Jedi JKA. Well, I like Yoda in there. Let's go ahead, I don't know, throw in Plo Koon, and let's do, what do we want to do, guys? I don't know. Let's just go ahead and let's do like a double mind trick type of thing. I don't know. Let's just go ahead and goof around here. We're just screwing around for a moment. But now I want to look on the other side of the spectrum here, and that's just not looking at his ultimate. What else does he do overall? And one of the things I'm thinking at right now, looking at right now, is his ability block. His biggest thing, honestly, the best thing about his kit is the F-Flex, the last special where he goes, removes Terminator, gets the ability block, gets the breach. One of the biggest problems when we look at Jedi Master Luke Skywalker is the fact that the ability blocks, you can cleanse them easily with Traya. They're preventable. They're resistible as well. So if we're not going to go down the route of making Jedi Master Luke Skywalker's kit do better with the ultimate, and here's the one. Watch the battle for a second. We're going to talk about this in a moment, because there's a story that's to be said here. One thing that we could do is make the ability blocks, the breaches, unresistible, and as well as uncleansable, because Traya, Darth Revan prevents ability blocks. Traya cleanses the ability blocks. That might be another area of opportunity to put Jedi Master Luke. And this is where I want to pause for a moment. Maybe that wasn't the best team to throw it in. We were showing the first two battles with Jedi Master Luke with the best Jedi in the game, but that is an unrealistic approach for Grandeur into throwing Jedi Knight Luke, throwing Gas in there, all those other big name characters, because those are important for countering Galactic Legends. Now, if you don't fight multiple Galactic Legends, this problem is not going to affect you, most likely. But it is a realization that that is not going to be probably the ideal team to throw, because of the fact that you need to save those characters for other things. So we smashed Kylo on auto, and then we lost because we didn't have the best Jedi in the game. So let's go ahead and mix this up. It kind of almost seems like you're going to need to have at least one big hitter like General Anakin Skywalker or Jedi Knight Luke for this team. And that might be another thing to consider when we're talking about should this character be buffed. You definitely need to have some good Jedi with you. You can't just choose anything and make it work. Unlike Rey and Kylo have a lot more plug and play viability with the light side and dark side factions that exist out there. So that's something kind of really important to point out there as well, Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. But really, the only main complaints that I think I have, if we have to talk about giving a buff to these new Galactic, or just to this one, since they're on for Palpatine's fine. He's got the death sentence. That's the best thing about Palpatine, because again, the ultimate, the C's part, something amazing's happening with Palpatine, where he's got the instant kill capability, and he just goes absolutely insane with the amount of damage that he puts out on the field. So Luke, the ultimate's cool. The transitions are cool and all that stuff. But really, when you get to the ultimate, it's not parting the seas for me. As you see, really, you gotta still have that good Jedi composition. Luke can't carry, unlike how Supreme Leader Kylo Ren can carry himself, how Rey can carry himself, Palpatine can carry himself. Luke, there's just the ultimate. I feel like either the ultimate needs to get a little bit better if we gotta talk about buffs, needs to get faster to get there. As I said, unpreventable Jedi Lessons, for example, or just find ways to make the ability blocks uncleansable, making the breach uncleansable and unresistible and all that stuff. But as we see here, you could make it work, but it does seem like if you want to make sure you can counter things like Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, you're going to need to at least have one good heavy hitting character right there. And I want to show you the defensive viability real quick of Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, because as with that Reddit post, it seems like on defense, he just never, ever, ever gets around to it. And that could be a problem for some people out there. So let's go ahead and actually pull that up for a moment. Thank you to my arena shard mate Luke and Shed for recording this gameplay. I asked after reading that Reddit post, is there some truth to it all? And I think it just might seem like he doesn't really spread the Jedi lessons to get there. But I think the fact of the matter is Jedi Master Luke Skywalker is just a very easy character to counter, because as we're going to showcase here in a moment, we basically never, ever, 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 ever get really any ultimate charge. Like, pay attention to Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. I think it's just the problem is it's just very easy to prevent him from doing work. As we see, if Jedi Knight Revan lead, he gets the tenacity up at the beginning, and Jedi Master Luke Skywalker's breach, ability block, turn meter removal gets completely resisted. So maybe these complaints that we're seeing of Jedi Master Luke Skywalker not working on defense, he's not getting to his ultimate, it might just be the fact that he's just a very easily counterable character. As we're seeing, the ability blocks are preventing him from spreading Jedi lessons throughout the whole entire team. The stuns that are preventing it. Even fear from Darth Revan is making it difficult for the team to spread Jedi lessons, and that's why Darth and Emperor Palpatine are the best counters for Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. Look, the battle's almost over, and I think we got 0 charge. And I think I just got this weird suspicion, like with Kylo. Again, it's not bad if it does happen, but I have a feeling that there's just something missing of Jedi Master Luke Skywalker's kid. He's just way too easy to counter, and that might give the impression off that on defense he doesn't use ultimate. I think he's trying, but the Jedi lessons, needing to manually take the time to spread it, and it seems like the AI has a higher priority to using the specials on a character before using the Jedi lessons that give it throughout the team. I think that's why Jedi Master Luke has such a hard time getting to that ultimate. But again, like we start off at the beginning of the video, he's still an amazing character to have, but of course there are some shortcomings to his kits. I want to pass the ball over to you guys. For those who have fought Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, to those who own him, to those who might own him or considering, what are you feeling of Jedi Master Luke? Because one of the biggest things I'm seeing in all my streams and videos is Jedi Master Luke underpowered. Does he need a buff? I think he's a great character, but I think between fears, maybe they'll make him his team unresistible to fears, because the problem is when he's taunting, for example, it's an open invitation for Darth Revan to absolutely wreck your team with the shocks and buff communities, making it hard for Jedi lessons to spread around. And of course, the AI is gonna have a bit harder of a time deciding, should I spread Jedi teachings or should I use a special ability which has a bit more viability than the special ability. And the ultimate, it's solid, it does some cool stuff, but it's only a few steps above a payout. I feel like Grief Karga and Mando have some more magical payouts that occur. I digress, ladies and gentlemen. Passing the ball over to you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I just want to talk about this. I can say Jedi Master Luke is a good character, but I don't think he's a top tier Galactic Legend. I do think it's good. We have very easy ways to counter, but I do see from the other side of the spectrum, people want him to be a bit more viable because he seems too easy to beat. If he does get a buff, I'll let you know, just like Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Like, comment down below, and subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And of course, remember, it's great to be in the Empire today.